So when you've got so enthralled in getting a job done that you've started hacking out your dashboard and cutting bits of plastic out that you simply cannot replace, and you think, have I done to where I am today? Oh, I've got my bins on. Fell asleep, my contact lenses in like a Sony XAV AX1000. It's the Apple CarPlay radio, and it's this style which has that kind of format. That's the correct orientation, like that. So instead of trying to get a doubled in radio up here and cutting the air vent out, I'm going for starting there and going down this way and making use of this bit of space. This idea was thanks to one of the subscribers. I will pop your name up when I've had a look to see who you are. Thanks very much for the idea. You didn't warn me though, did you? About the complexities of it. I thought what I was going to have to do would be just cut the top of that off. Because when I measured this out, I had a look online and it said this radio was 100mm. And I looked at this and I thought, ooh, 100mm. It's 100mm between there and there. Ooh, it'll be tight squeeze, but it'll, perfect. Just cut along that line there. Cut along there, clip that back in, put my radio in, jobs are good. No, this is 115mm. So it actually sits over the switches like that. There's my problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can drop the switches down as well. See if that's possible. And what I'm thinking about doing is maybe just losing the air recirculation button, something I have never ever used anyway. So if I can take that off, or maybe even relocate that button to maybe there or something, that means I can drop this down. I might look at cutting the bottom of that off there, cutting the top off there, putting that piece back over there, drop that down, and then sit my whole radio where I want it with that on, without cutting this to pieces. Obviously, I've got to make it look good. So it's getting to the point where I need to actually start cutting stuff now. I've done pulling out and unclipping things, and I have made a bit of progress, and I think this is going to work out. So my plan is I've removed this switch. That just unclips off. So there's a little wiring harness that goes from the top of the switches here to the back of there, and that was on the underneath. And you get that off, I'll show you there, so it makes sense there. When you see that there, how it hooks onto the bottom, and to get it off, you get a little screwdriver on that tab where the little finger is. You pull down on that tab, and then slip it forward, and it just drops off, so you don't have to go prizing the thing off in case you want to reverse what you're doing. Take the loom off, and what we'll do is, I mean, the only thing is that is the switch, but it's also got the little bulb in there, so it just means that this isn't going to illuminate, but I'm not bothered about that. I need this whole switch assembly to drop 20mm to give myself enough space for that to go in. It's 25mm from there to there. I need it to go down 20, so I reckon I'll probably end up being able to keep that bit of plastic in there. So I'm going to take these screws out, take this out of the way, and then get my saw now, and then cut along that, and I can relocate those screws so this is still attached together, and just try and drop everything down now, make space for this to come down. Then I need to look at what I can do to replace these tabs that it screws into. Right, I've come up with a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it's a plan. It's the only thing I've got, so I'm going to have to go with it. So this is the mega cage that comes with this radio. I'm going to cut out, I'm going to cut down there, get rid of everything that gets in the way of this cage going in. I'm going to get that in situ where it needs to be. Then I'll pop rivet the top of the cage to the underneath of this air vent type thing up here. That gets the top of the cage solid. Then I'll make some brackets which come off this steel bar to the back of the cage, and then bolt the back of the cage, so then my cage is solid inside there, and then I can work off that, because then I'll have the cage like that, which will be right above the top of the switches, and then I can make brackets then off the bottom of the cage to support my switches. I'd like to say easy, but it's not going to be. So after a lot of faffing around with that cage and cutting bits out of it, I've managed to get it looking like that, which is, it's not looking bad. That radio's in situ, and it still needs messing about with. The cage needs properly securing, but I've got it in. Look, flush. I'm just messing about with the switches now. Cut the top off, cut along the bottom, and then that slither of plastic that I'm left with clips back on a bit lower. The problem I've got then is this bloody curve in the plastic. It's probably, my line's probably going to end up like bloody there in the hole. Oh, actually, oh, I don't know. Right, I'm going to go get to that another day.